Hi everyone, I'm Andrew Cacioppo. I'm the executive chef at Brezza Cucina. We're located in Ponce City Market in Atlanta, Georgia. And today I'm going to show you a recipe. It's a half-roasted chicken with Nduja butter, citrus, and herbs. So let's get started. So here we have a 4-pound chicken. This is a Springer Mountain Farms chicken. I really enjoy using their chickens. We use them in the restaurant every day. We really strive to use local and fresh ingredients, and they're just really super delicious and really tasty. We're going to break this guy down. We're going to start by turning him around and standing him up. So we're going to lay the legs flat, so just kind of like the chicken's just having a little seat. And then we're going to take our knife, we're going to go right against the right side of the spine, and we're just going to start cutting down just through the bones. You can hear a little crunch. There's going to be a little hip socket. You can just kind of pop that guy out and continue to cut all the way down. Okay? Then we're going to follow this exact same steps on the left side of the spine. Just be careful and make sure you don't want to cut yourself. But just go down the spine. When you get to the hip socket, just pop that guy out. And keep cutting all the way down. So we have the spine, and we're going to cut off the wings as well. And we're going to use those to make a really nice chicken stock. You can make the chicken stock and freeze it, and it keeps for a month and a half. And you always have fresh chicken stock. And it's always better when you have homemade than store-bought. And also, this helps reduce any waste. So after we cut through, we're going to cut right through the center of the breastplate, flip the chickens over, the 2 halves, and then we're just going to trim off the wing bone. So we're going to come right down through here. We're going to keep the little drumstick on there and just cut through that. So we're going to take this little flat off, set that to the side, and then we'll do the same thing with this guy. All right, so now we have these 2 halves, these 2 chicken halves. And I have this lovely Nduja butter. So what we're going to do is, this is kind of a technique I picked up for Thanksgiving dinner. I always take some sort of compound butter, which is what this is essentially. So we have the Nduja, we have room temperature butter, some shallots that we've diced really small, and zest and juice of 1 lemon. So we take those, we put them in a stand mixer and beat them with a paddle attachment just till everything comes together. If you don't have a stand mixer, you can just do this with a spatula or your hand, really, if you want. So we're going to take this, we're going to rub this inside between the chicken, or the chicken skin and the chicken meat. And what this is going to do is as this chicken cooks, it's all going to get absorbed, all that butter and that spiciness from the Nduja is going to go right into the chicken meat. It's going to help keep this breast meat really nice and juicy and tender, and you don't have to, no need to brine it or cure it or anything like that. So on the chicken part, you are going to see around the edges, you have some loose skin. So generally right here between the thigh and the breast is going to be the best part to go into. So we're going to kind of pull the skin back very gently. We don't want to rip the skin itself. We just want to pull it away from the meat. We're going to take a little bit of this room temperature butter and just start smearing it around inside. So we got that breast completely covered. We're going to come back through. We're going to flip it over a little bit, and then down here you'll see another little area where we can start pulling the skin back, and we can get into this thigh meat. So a little bit more butter, just start going in. And as you move the skin around, more of it will become loose and separate away from the meat, which is exactly what you want. So the reason why we were adding this butter into, in between the skin and the meat is chicken breasts can dry out. There's not a lot of fat in them. So we kind of want to just add some fat to it. And it just really helps keep everything nice and moist as it roasts in the oven. And it imparts a ton of flavor. Really nice smokiness. Like I said, a little bit of heat from the chili. And then there's also the lemon and the shallot, which are really, really super delicious. We're going to take these guys and we're going to season them up with some salt and some pepper, just right over top the skin. And then same with the pepper. Then over here we have our baking dish. And over here I've got some sliced citrus and some oregano and rosemary. And I'm just going to take these and just going to arrange it on the plate. There's no set pattern or design. So here we've arranged the citrus and the herbs, and the chicken's just going to sit right on top of this. And as it roasts, all these beautiful natural citrus juice is going to come out. The herb flavor will go right up into the chicken. Be really delicious. So we're going to take this guy, just set him on top. And then the same thing with this guy. Okay, so from here what we're going to do is we're going to take these guys and we're going to put them into a 450-degree oven. We want to start off at a really, really high heat. That's going to help all the fat that's underneath the skin kind of render out and create a really nice crispy skin. So they're going to roast for about 15 minutes at 450 degrees, and then we'll turn the heat down to 350 degrees. We'll baste them and then let them cook for an additional 20 minutes. All right, so we've been roasting these chickens at 450 degrees for about 15 minutes. You can see they're starting to get a little bit of color on them. And in the bottom of the pan is a bunch of juice and a lot of chicken fat that has like melted away. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and start basting these out. We're just going to slide this over. And we just want to do it with their own juices. So you do that by just tilting the pan just a little bit and then taking a spoon or a pastry brush, if you have one, and you're just going to start spooning this over the top. You want to get all the little areas, especially the ones that don't have a lot of color on them yet. You want to make sure you get a nice amount of juice in that. It's going to help brown those up. All right, so we're going to go ahead and put this back in the oven. We're going to turn the temperature down to 350 degrees, and we're going to roast it for about 20 more minutes. All right, so we've let these roast for another additional 20 minutes at 350 degrees. This really beautiful golden color kind of all over. The skin's nice and crispy. So we're going to let this rest for about 5 to 8 minutes. And we just, again, those juices will just redistribute throughout the whole chicken, keep it really nice and moist and juicy. All right, so now that we've had let this chicken rest for a few minutes, we're going to go ahead and plate it up for you. So we have our nice little platter here. We're going to go ahead and pull this chicken off. It's a little warm, so just be careful. We're going to set it off onto the cutting board. And then just as kind of like decoration for the overall finished look, I think this roasted citrus looks really beautiful. So we're going to take that and just kind of put that around on the platter. So we're going to take our chicken and we're going to cut it into each half into 4 pieces. So we're going to start by cutting in between the breast and the leg and thigh. So we're just going to come right through here, come straight down. Separates really nice and easily. I like to take the leg and thigh and kind of stand it up a little bit, push it together, and then you can take your knife and just run it right down. It goes right through that little crease, okay? And then take the breast and we're going to slice through it. You don't want to chop, you want to slice all the way through. When you get down to the center bone, you're just going to cut right through that. And then we're just going to set these guys over here. Then if you want, you can take this, some of the juices that are in here. Again, this is just like the citrus juice and the natural chicken fat, and just drizzle a little bit over the top. It's going to help reincorporate those citrus flavors and a little bit of the Nduja butter flavor. And here we go is my recipe for a half-roasted chicken with Nduja butter and citrus. For more recipes like this, visit springermtn.com, and I'll see you guys later.